This video is an introduction to SOLIDWORKS templates. The first thing we need to do is create a folder in which we can save the templates we create today. So I'm going to go to my computer, to my S drive, into my documents, and I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call it My Templates, and that's it. That's all I have to do. We'll be saving the templates here, and we'll be teaching SOLIDWORKS to look here when giving us template options. Now, some of you may be wondering what templates are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the process of creating a new part. So I'm going to click New, and rather than clicking Part Assembly or Drawing, I'm going to click the Advanced tab. And what you can see is you can see this templates. And we can see there's a part, an assembly, and a drawing template. And if you are on a school computer, you can see these other tabs right here. Now, on the school computer, you can see that there are part in inches, part in millimeters, assembly in inches, assembly in millimeters, and a number of different drawing templates. So the goal is we're going to create our own templates that you may customize and use as you see fit, and we'll be able to start new SOLIDWORKS parts at our convenience. So we can just hit cancel for now. Now the first thing we need to do is teach SOLIDWORKS to look in this new folder we've created. So we're going to go to Tools, Options, and on this left side we're going to go down to File Locations. Now you can see it shows folders for document templates. This is what we want to change. Now if we click this drop down menu, we can see there's a number of other templates that we can change, and we can add, and we can have it teach for to look for new folders for these various things. We're going to be okay with just document templates. So we're going to add a new folder, and now we're going to find that folder. So as you see, I have the S drive, my documents, and we're just going to click My Templates, and that's going to be the folder, and it should come up right here just like that. And now we're going to hit OK. And now it's going to ask, do you want to make the changes to the search paths? And yes, we do. All right. So now when we go and we click New, we still don't see any. Well, the reason for that is because we haven't created any templates. So what I'm going to do is we just want to go back to Novice. We're just going to open up a part. Okay. Now this first template is going to be inches template. So it's going to remember that these units are always in inches, and we're going to go into Tools, and we're going to go down to Options, and we're going to go to Document Properties, and we can change the units. We're going to change the precision to 123 units of decimal place. And we can also change the material properties or the image and all of these other different things. I think I'd like to do annotations. I'm going to change my font to be, instead of a 13-point font, I'm going to make mine a 18-point font. Now, you can go through these and change how you normally do any of these. And if you find yourself often having to go in here and changing balloons, datums, fonts, or how dimensions are shown up, you can do this and then save it as a template, and then by using that template you won't have to change these every part. You'll be able to do this the same. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit OK, and now we're going to go to File, Save As, and we're going to go find where we have it. So it's my S drives, my documents, My Templates, find the My Templates folder, and then we're going to click this drop down, and rather than saving it as a type part, we're going to save it as a part template. Now what you see is when I selected part template, it automatically assumed that we were saving it in one of the folders that it knows to look for it. Unfortunately, it chose wrong. We want to choose the S drive. So we're going to go S drive, My Documents, and find it once more. And I'm going to call this part inches. And we're going to save it. And there we have it. Now we're no longer in this part, and now let's watch and see if it got our template. So we go open up, we go to advanced. Now we can see, now we have this, in my case, 4th tab, and I can see part inches. So if I open this up, I can go into tools and I can go into options, and I can see that both the inches are there and my units are to 3 decimal points of precision. So we're happy. Likewise, we can open up a new part. Let's say it's our part inches, and we can change the units to millimeters, and we can make sure that our precision is the same, going into units 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's all good. And now we can again save as file type part templates. Whoops, that's a form tool. Part template. Find that folder, and now we'll call this part millimeter. Now we exit this, and now we can see, boom, we already have 2. As you can see, they're pretty easy to create. So again, if you find yourself navigating the options menu, changing various options and document properties, you may want to create your own template which has the customized options that you want and that you use often. Now the second thing that we're going to do is it's a little bit more complicated. We're going to do a drawing template. You guys are going to be starting to do drawings soon, and drawing templates are a little bit interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up new, and I'm just going to go to novice, and I'm going to open up a drawing. Now what it does is it asks for a sheet format and size. Now the goal of this is so that it no longer asks us formats, and it no longer asks us size, and it just automatically knows. So we generally deal with letter A size paper in the landscape portrait. So we're just going to click that. Now sometimes if you have these selected or deselected, you want to make sure that it's not only showing standard formats, and you want just a type A ANSI landscape. Okay, so we open it up. We are not going to insert a model view yet, so we're just closing this off, and we can see this is the schematic of a drawing. You can see the sheet and the sheet format. Generally, the sheet is going to change with each part. That's where you put the pictures of your part, the dimensions, any specific drawing-specific notes. This sheet format is mostly the same for every drawing you'll make. So let's double-click, or let's edit the sheet format. So right-click, click Edit, and now we can see that these turned blue, and we've got all these crazy words and everything. So what we're just going to do is we're just going to, and it's going to bring up all this nonsense every time we do a part. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select all of this, and I'm just going to click delete. And we're going to create a basic border for our drawings to be. So I'm just going to draw a box, and then I'm going to draw another box and one more box. And then in the annotation tab, I'm going to add a note, and it's going to be my name. Then click enter. Then I'm going to add another note, and it's going to be this class, ENR153, section number 001, or whatever your section number happens to be. And I can go through this, and I can change the font size by no longer using the document font. Maybe I would like this a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. I can resize these boxes without too much trouble. And again, this is just general sketch tools, so I can pretty much draw anything that I could in a sketch. Anyway, what you can see is you can see how you can create boxes, and later on in the course, in another video, we'll show you how you can actually tie some of these notes into actual part properties, so that when you open up and make a drawing of a part, you can say get material properties or viewing information, view properties, and so on and so forth directly from the part itself, and it'll actually automatically update these for you, including author and whatnot. But for now, I'm just going to say Brendan Flossenzier and ENR 15301. And I'm going to save this format. Now, the reason you save this format, I'll show you in just one second. First, I'm going to show you how to save it. You just go to File, Save Sheet Format, and simply find that folder you've created to house your templates. So mine's in my S drive, my documents, my templates, and I'm just going to name it. My units are in inches, so I'm just going to name it Brendan inches. You can name it whatever you want. And I'm going to save it. Now, the reason we saved it is because, and it is not a template, it is just a format. And the reason we saved it is because we need to start a new part and a new template that will automatically use this format. Because what you can see is if I add a sheet, so if I just click here and I click Add Sheet, what it did is it added a sheet, but this second sheet has that original format that we had. That was this original ugly format that had all these dimensions and tolerances and all this other stuff that's not necessarily highly pertaining to this class. So what we're going to do now is we're going to close this, and we're not going to save it. Okay. This time what we're going to do is we're going to open a new drawing, just like before, and we're going to choose, rather than choosing a landscape, we're going to choose that format that we saved before. So I could just click Browse, and we're going to find that S drive, that folder, my documents, my templates, and Brendan inches. And now we're going to click OK, and you can see that now this is our standard format. It got the ENR 153, X out of the model view, and now if we do Add Sheet, it'll automatically do more of these sheets. So now again with this, we can go into Options, and we can make sure our document properties are units. Maybe we'd like 1, 2, 3 units of precision, maybe 4, maybe 2. And also we can change the default font or line style or any of these things. And now that we've got this, and again, we probably don't want 2 sheets, so I'm just going to delete this sheet. And it's going to default to 1 sheet. Now we can do Save As and Drawing Templates, just like before. And we're going to find that drawing, My Templates, and now we're going to say Drawing Inches, Inch, Brendan, or call it whatever you'd like. Save, close, and now when we go to a new and we go to the advanced, we can see in My Templates we have this new drawing file with this format that we like. I encourage you to play around with this and look at some of the formats that are on there and decide that, you know, what sorts of information you'd like on your drawings, whether it's who drew it, what the tolerancing is, what type of material you're using, what the view scale is, and so on and so forth. And that's how you make SOLIDWORKS templates.